I didn't watch, but just looking at it, the image on the thumbnail said degrees don't matter. The title said if you're a student, start a business. And I was like, this is so true. So I kept a screenshot of it. Students are the ones who are most advantaged to do the trial and error required for launching a hit of a business. I don't know if that's too many words said, but I'll break it down. As a student, you don't have the pressure. I'm assuming you have some sponsorship. You have some you're not paying the bills. That's all the bills, your life. You're not paying light bill. You're not paying rent. I'm assuming you're staying with whoever it is your sponsor is. So you don't have those nagging bills in front of you. And then you get some money from trying things on the side. Forex trading, crypto, or whatever it is you're trying to do. So while you're doing that, those things are like income. And then the sponsor, whoever it is that's sponsoring, whether it's a parent or a guardian or whatever, whoever, gives you some money as well. And sometimes you're even giving money, some good money to pay some tuition, some whatever. And I'm saying your opportunity to start doing businesses and failing is now. When you have nagging bills that have to be paid in front of you, you become jealous with the money you probably will now be earning by that time from something like a 9 to 5. And it takes too long before that check comes in. And when it comes in, the best businesses are usually the riskiest ones. So people are rewarded financially for taking big, huge money risks. You're not in the mood. You and your money will not be in the mood for any risk at that point because you have imminent bills to pay. And the idea of going to go and take a risk of something you don't know what it will throw off will not be juicy at all for you. So you will now end up in something like a cage that a lot of society is in right now. And you'll be carrying dreams in your chest for the longest. And those dreams will stay there to haunt you in the future. So if you're a student right now and you have ideas in your head of businesses or ideas of something you think to make money or makes money, something you want to try, go ahead and launch it now. If you need funding, go ahead and look for funding. It's not very different from when you are no longer in school and you're now expected to contribute to paying your bills and the bills of others. It's not very different from then. You will still not have money. Or something in your chest is making you feel like this business. Something is telling you, launch. Something is nagging you in your chest about that thing. So it means you probably need to go and raise money. Then go and raise money. Is this the best time to do it? Go and try that thing and let it fail. Give that business opportunity to fail. It's a privilege to try and fail at business. One time I was listening to one interview and ASAP Rocky, I think it was ASAP Rocky, that mentioned something. He said, when did it become not to try? So it's a privilege to try and fail. So you want to give all your ideas the opportunity to fail. But when you now go and bring in the recipe, one of the recipes, that of consistency and not quitting, then that business cannot even fail. And again, please be wary of the criticisms that happen within your own chest, within your own mind. Of course, what anybody thinks about those businesses doesn't matter. Everybody. But I'm even concerned about you, your own brain. You're probably an overthinker, probably a pessimistic person, or probably very critically, overly analytical. I beg, the idea will not do well around that environment. You know, those things have use, and the use is in editing an already launched idea. It's not for if an idea comes and something is nudging you and saying go, and then your other side of your mind that overthinks is now playing its own thing. Please just know that it's not going to serve any function at that point to overthink or analyze. Overthinking and all that has a function in editing. So I used to say iPhone 17 is 17th edition of the iPhone. The iPhone was edited 17 times up till when this last one was launched. Your brain is tricking you to go and launch your iPhone 17 now, when you've not launched iPhone 1. So please note that trick and lock it out. Lock that thought out. Launch. Then, if it's businesses that are already, it's not an idea thing, these are things you want to try. You want to go into the restaurant business. You think you want to do this business or that business. There's already, people are already running it and doing well, you know. Yeah, that's your opportunity as well to start something that's small, a mini restaurant, and try your hands out on saving money, on reinvesting. Try your hands out and in handling staff, you know, because you probably be playing a supervisory role anyways. And you will probably not be the one sitting there cooking 7. You probably not be the one cooking 7. You know, so you want to see how your people management skill is. Now, you don't want to try that thing when you have bills to pay and you mess up and then you mess your money up and then you're under more pressure. You want to try it now that there's not too much pressure. You want to do all the learning. While you're in school, you want to be in the school of business as well. And the greatest business school is experiential. It's experimenting. It is tinkering. That's the greatest business school, not anything academic. So you want to be in the school of business at the same time as you're in school. So that by the time you're out of school, the 3 years you spent in school, the 5 years, the 4 years, is 4 years of business experience. So you're graduating with the degree they will give you, which may or may not be useful to you. But you're also graduating with this priceless gem of dirty hands in business. So now you're coming in looking like a newbie from the outside, but you're an OG on the inside. Are you hearing what we're saying? Launch a business. Now, if this video met you and you're not a student, and you're already in the rat race, in the 9-to-5 market of tight cash and big bills, well, you have a tougher task. So the first thing you do is to send the video to any student you care about. That's the first thing you should do. Then the second thing is also to try. You know, that's part of your brain that stayed with you till now. You know, every man has that side of them, that child that's still somewhere there with you. You know, this God kept that voice alive in your brain to remind you that trying is still all you need to do. Again, trying and failing is also an option. It's also a very important, trying and failing is also something that you're not alive to pay bills, eat, and die. That's not why you're alive. But the way your life is going, that's what you've been doing since. If you think about it like that, you feel alive in those moments when you do things that make you happy. Things as simple as cutting your hair, things as simple as traveling, things as simple as spending time with certain people. You know, then every other time you're in the office, you're at work, you're doing something that somebody is making you do, something you have to do. They always have to do is, you know, those moments don't count or amount to anything, except you make them amount to something, like maybe paying attention a lot to what's going on, maybe trying to understand human nature using the staff you work with, those types of things. You make those time. But when you're unhappy, when you wish you are absent for this moment, Some people are even doing some of those things high. You're taking something to make you not even be prepped, You're actually dead in those moments, and then you ultimately die at the end of it. You don't want to come, pay bills, and that's not why you came here. What is the answer to the question? It is still in trial and error. The answer to why you're here is in trial and error. So you have to also give yourself that favor of trying. Do yourself that favor and try. That is what I'll say to the man who is already in the rat race. It's a bit harder than for the students who doesn't have these imminent bills, financial pressures, But if you think about it like that, when you bring something as sure as death, close to, if you're going to die tomorrow, you see how much the money you're saving, the fear you have, see how much those things don't matter again. That's actually how much they don't matter. Because actually, you're going to die tomorrow. Actually. Have you noticed that you guys never eat tomorrow? Everything you've had since you were born is now. There was never a tomorrow. And the only tomorrow you will see, you will ever get, is when you're dead. So you're going to die tomorrow. So what are you doing now? It's now. The most precious time of all. What are you doing with it? Being scared, over-calculating, being over-analytical, doing everything except try. It's when you try that you find what you are brought here to do. It's already inside you. You just need to search. Because inside you there also is external noises, sounds. There inside you too is things projected on you. The things the mental programming that you were put through growing up. All the complexes you collected by relating with people along the way, they are also there with your purpose, So you need to search through that noise, search through that whole stockpile to find, and that's just one way to try, to search, to try. Otherwise, you pay bills and die. So the choice is ours.